Okay, as we enter a whole new day in trade, let's take a look at the global cues from last night. President Trump has signed the highly awaited $900 billion stimulus package after saying that he would not. He was unhappy with $600 checks. He wanted 2,000, but he's now agreed. And this is what's got the Dow future suddenly up 100 points. And that's, of course, having a positive impact on the SGX Nifty as well. Barring this, we now know that the government will not be experiencing a shutdown Tuesday night, which was also a major concern due to lack of funding, and millions of Americans will now get their unemployment benefits on time. So despite this, major averages posted flat returns last week because this was actually hanging in the balance. Now that it's out of the way, we should be ready for the next up move. S&P last week fell 0.2%. Dow was up just around 0.1%. Nasdaq was positive. Let's see how they do this week. But currently, based on the futures, Nasdaq are 0.2% higher, S&P is 0.2% higher, and Dow, like I said, 106 points higher. So it looks like we're braced for a positive day in trade. Asian stocks are also reacting fairly positively. In Nikkei, we're up 0.32%. In Japan, the Topix is up 0.27%. The Kospi is up 0.86%. So all the Asia-Pacific regional markets are doing very well. Of course, Australia and New Zealand are still closed today, so no cues coming out of there. Chinese stocks also in focus because Chinese industrial firms have reported a 16% YOY jump in profit. They've done very well. So those stocks should also be doing well. But Chinese regulators have ordered Alibaba to rectify some issues with Ant Group and Financial. So that's got that counter in focus. Might be under some pressure. Anyway, the IPO of Ant Financial has now been indefinitely delayed till such issues that are regulatory in nature are rectified. But nonetheless, that counter also in focus today. Europe was pretty mixed last week. The FTSE was experiencing some volatility due to the Brexit deal, which has now also been concluded. The CAC in France lost a little bit. Spain gained around 0.5%. And of course, Germany and Italy were shut. So it'll be interesting to see how the European markets open today and whether there's a positive build on from the Brexit deal now reaching conclusive state. Oil prices improved. Brent sitting at 51.3, WTI sitting at 48.23. Of course, Brexit was also weighing on oil prices, so that's now slowly moving out of the way. However, volumes were light on the last day before Christmas, despite positive price action. Similar thing for gold, positive price action, but again, your volumes were quite thin leading up to Christmas. Spot gold was up 0.3% to 1877, and then futures were up 0.2% to 1882 per ounce. So taking all this into consideration, SGX Nifty is currently showing a 51-point gap up open around 0.39%. That's very healthy for us. It'll be interesting to see if there's any change in the futures or if we're also braced for another week of bull run before we close out this year in trade.